why is it a lot of people tend to get by just living in the status quo and they never get out of idle? They never get out. They never get in the overtaking lane. They never get in the fast forward lane. You see, first of all, we've got to think about psychology. We've got to think about the psychology of it. And you've got to think about how these people think compared to everyone else. You ever heard that saying, you can't have your cake and eat it too? Well, first of all, if you've heard that, if someone said that to you, that's complete BS. You've got to get that out of your head. Of course, you can have your cake and eat it too. You've got one life. This is it. You know, what do you want to do? Walk through life just taking what you think you can? Or do you want to live a full life? Do you want to live a life where you don't live a life of limitations? Or do you want to live an unlimited life? So first of all, you want to have your psychology right. Stop hanging out with the people who tell you why you can't and start hanging out with the people who tell you why you can. Have you ever heard those people say, you need to set realistic goals? Why do you need to set realistic goals? I've never met anyone who's worth something substantial. I've never met anyone who's worth hundreds of millions. I've never met anyone who has an abundant life who says you need to set realistic goals. I've never met anyone that has something worthwhile that says you need to be realistic. The people that I've met, here's what they say: is that all you're aiming for? Is that all you're going to go and get? Why would you set your goals so low? So the very first thing I want to tell you that these people who achieve their goals have in common is that their goals are what they want. Their goals aren't designed or put together based on what they think they should have. The first people you probably need to let go of, and let go of those mooring lines is everything that you've been taught by your parents. Everything that you've been taught from your parents. Now that's a pretty humbling thing to say. It's a big thing to say. I'll tell you why. Show me someone who ends up not that much better than where their parents were. Because that's our first lot of role models in life, isn't it? Our first lot of role models are our parents. You know, character, values, everything that we believe is possible or not possible is taught to us by our parents, taught to us by our uncles and aunties, taught to us by the neighborhood we live in, taught to us by the people we go to school with. It's called sphere of influence. So that sets about our limitations. That sets about what we believe is achievable. That sets about the type of behavior that we think is acceptable. Well, you know what? There comes a point where you become an adult and you get the ability to stop blaming people for the way that you're thinking and start coming up with the level of thinking that's designed with the life that you want to create for yourself.